Thank you.
All right, welcome to Closing the Sale with Jyl Purington here in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Welcome. Woo! She's in the house. Woo!
Oh my
Jyl
God.
Purington is Executive Director 3. She is an amazing, amazing accountability partner for me. But she's got some great wisdom. And what I wish you would do, Jyl, is talk about what your history was before you came to Melaleuca, because she's a powerful lady. She just is bright and fabulous. And if she says it, you better write it down. If Jill's talking, you better be taking notes. That's all I can say. Um, because I just admire this woman so much. I admire her energy, and I want you to tell people when you started your Melaleuca business, because that's impressive too. So here is Jyl Purington on how to close the sale. The floor is yours, my friend.
Thank you so very much. And hello, everybody. It's so good to see all of you, some new ones and some I've seen before. My story before Melaleuca, I was born, no, you have people that and you're like, no, no, I don't want to know all that. Before Melaleuca, though, I was in our family business. I sold siding and windows. So I was that lady that came to your house and measured it up and tore all the siding off and put on the new stuff. And in the midst of all of that, in the wintertime, I just never could figure out why people didn't want me to come to their house and take out their windows and tear off their siding. So I learned how to get into direct sales because it was very slow. Everybody in our office, even though I owned the company, everybody in our office, they would do crossword puzzles and all those things. Well, that's not my cup of tea. So I got into direct sales, and it went really, really well. So well that I retired from my full-time job and moved home to Lewiston, Idaho to help take care of my mom. I moved in with her. I was working my Michi business, and they closed their doors 6 months after I started. That was not fun. I had no job. I was supposed to be taking care of my mom. So it took me 4 years from when Michi closed their doors for me to find Melaleuca. And when I did, I was 64 years old.
Oh,
I
wow.
will never forget the day that I went to my first advance in Idaho Falls, which was the following August. I came in May, so not August of that year, but the following. And in the distribution center where they have all the framed pictures, there was a picture of Elizabeth Lindbergh. I hope that's the correct name. And I got so inspired by that lady because she became an executive director when she was 64 years old. And I went, oh my gosh, look at this. There are people that actually do this at my age. I want you to know my first 5 months, I enrolled 4 people. I was dabbling. I was not working the business, but I was very fortunate because the wonderful Lisa Carter is the one that enrolled me. She got me on a telephone call with Jeff Miller. And unfortunately, we have lost Jeff, but I called him Big Daddy. I mean, he'd send me messages and I'd say, yeah, Big Daddy, whatever you say. But he had a really great talk with me on why I needed to start working my Melaleuca business. And I have to tell you, I've used that talk. I've used that talk to other people, to make them understand you're going to make some money for a while in the other businesses, but you're always going to be hustling all the time. That seemed normal for me because of what I did for a living. But when I found out I didn't have to hustle like that all the time and I could build a residual income, everything changed. So, one of the things I learned in my before life was how to close the sale. And it's really important. You work so hard, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Thank you, Sandy, for making that possible. And I'm going to go ahead and get to the training. So we've got it up.
Oh,
Okay. Thumbs up if you can see my screen, please. Thank you so very much. You work so hard to set the appointments, to get somebody to watch the overview. And then you're like, okay, what do I do now? Because many, many people are afraid to ask for the close. And we're going to help you out with that. And I hope some of these do help you out. You might want to have a piece of paper or pen, or actually what you might want to do is just take pictures of the screen because that might be the easiest thing for you to do. because of Linda Medina, and I was so happy to do it for you, Linda. I've even given you some answers to the way that I do close people. So let's get started with that. Okay, number one, they've watched the overview. You've got them back on, you're talking to them, and you just simply say to them, so is there anything holding you back from getting started today? Does that seem threatening? To me, that doesn't seem threatening. To me, that should be your next step. But what if that person says something like, well, yeah, I'm not sure if I can shop for 35 points every month. I understand. That is why we ask you to just transfer shop. Stop buying your toothpaste, your personal care, your hair care, your vitamins from the big box companies and buy from Melaleuca Way. That way, you know, you can trust what you are putting in your home and in your bodies. And also, just for you, we have a survey that I can send to you to fill out. And actually, I just found this out today, guys. There is a 2-minute video that will also help them talk about the survey, and then they can fill out that survey to help them see how many points that they can get in their home. But you must use that survey in a way that they understand they need to click on everything they are currently using in their home, even if they are brand loyal. And that is a word I use. Even if you're brand loyal to some of those products, please mark that, because I want to see how many points you could get with all the products that are available. Number two, based on what you've seen, does this feel like a good fit for you or your family? Well, I'm not sure. I may want to talk to my spouse first. I've heard that one before, and I'm sure some of you have also. I simply say, I understand. If you want to check with your budget, I totally understand. But remember, you will save 30 to 50% on your order and receive $100 in free products over the first 5 months. I have found most spouses don't care where you buy your laundry soap or your toothpaste. We even have a full mayor's line. You can pause your account at any time if you wish. That is one that when you start talking to them, could we have everybody mute yourselves, please? I'm getting some background noise. That is one where you say to them they're saving money. And really, how many of your spouses care where you buy the laundry soap or the toothpaste? So these are just ways to get them past that. Number three, let's get your shopping account opened. What's your preferred email? Oh, I don't like to shop online. Oh, I understand. We need to set up your account. We need your email for that, but we can call into Express Enrollment to help you, and you can call in your order every month. We can get you a magazine. It's not always necessary, especially when we have a lot of older people, seasoned people, however you want to say that. When you're 72 years old, it's okay. I can say older people. But we have a lot of older people. They're scared to shop online. They don't understand it. And I have people that actually call their orders into Melaleuca. I go over it with them because remember, we are their shopping coach and we have promised them that we will help them shop. So if you have people that need help, that is your job to help them. Let's go on to number 4. Are you ready to order your first box of wellness goodies? Oh, I just don't know what to buy. That's another thing that we hear a lot. Oh, but I understand, I get it. That is why I shared the new customer savings packs with you. Those are to save you money and only available the first 2 months as a preferred customer. Remember, I am your personal shopping coach, and I will help you and help you shop every month if that's needed. You know, I don't know about you guys, but when I enroll a customer and I get ready to help them shop, I would say 98% of the time they purchase a pack. And the reason being is because that's what I tell them to do. I simply tell them, look, there's over 450, close to 500 items that you're going to be shopping for. Melaleuca has created these packs to help you with products that are very, very popular. A lot of them are our jaw-dropping products that we have, but also it's going to allow you to save even more money. And I bet if we really go over those packs, you're going to find one that you're going to fall in love with. And I want to help you save as much money as we can. And you can only do that the first 2 months. But this is part of knowing what we have that can help them save even more money, right? So number 5, sounds like you are excited. Let's make it official and set up your account. What if I don't like the products? This happened to me today, as a matter of fact. She wanted to know if she could get samples because she was afraid she wouldn't like the products. I just told her, I said, that's a great question. All of our products have a 100% 90-day money-back guarantee. We will simply call into Melaleuca together, a 3-way call, and they will help us out. They even answer the phone, and it is a real person. And that always gets a chuckle, but I always tell them it's really true. They answer their telephone. I don't know how many companies you guys have tried to call lately, but the last time I called, the last 10, none of them answered the telephone like Melaleuca does. We need to make people realize what we have here that makes it so much better than what the other guy has. Number 6, you've seen the value. Would you like help setting up your membership today? Oh, I can probably do it myself. Just send me the link. Well, what I have experienced is when I just send the link, people are hesitant about getting it done and are less likely to ask for help. It'll take about 15 minutes for us to do it together, and your wellness box will be on its way. I have a lot of people, in fact, if you looked at when they were showing Lynn's video today, Jonathan had 11 people enrolled, but not all of them had shopped. If you send someone out the link and they don't shop immediately, what are you going to do? You're going to chase them. So yes, it's going to take you longer to help them shop, get their address put in, get their credit card put in, but then you're done. You're done for a whole month except for dripping and talking to them as a new customer. So it's really important that you get through the experience with them, and just sending them a link is not getting them enrolled. And I think if you check with Jacob, he will tell you, you really shouldn't send out a link until they're ready to shop. Number 7, what questions do you have before we get your account set up? You will notice that with every one of these, I'm assuming the close. I'm saying words, I'm asking questions so that we can enroll them and get them to shop. Oh, I'm just not sure. Okay, you watched the 12-minute overview. What did you like best about what you saw? I always put that into a positive. I never say, what did you think about that? Because that can create a negative. But if you always say, what did you like best about what you saw? It puts them into a yes mode in their minds. I know for me, Made in America is a big thing, and I love to save money on good, clean products. One customer shared with me that she is saving $61.55 per month on her vitamins. That's a lot of savings. So you're giving her examples of how we can help her save even more money. And then I went ahead and put this on the screen, and I really appreciate that I got this from somebody on this training, and I was able to share this with people. Number 8, let's get you on the path to better health. It just takes a few minutes to open your account. How much is it going to cost me every month? It is a minimum of 35 points, which is about $75 to $80 per month. But remember, if you transfer all of your products over to Melaleuca, it is easy to do. I suggest you start with a pack to save even more money. It will help you fall in love with more products, and Melaleuca knows what new customers like. They've been doing this for 40 years. And I always tell my new customers, when I enrolled into Melaleuca, even though I wasn't sure I was going to share this as a business, I told Lisa I was going to, but I didn't know if I was really going to. I enrolled with the home conversion pack because I wanted to try everything I possibly could. And I've had people say, well, when you buy that much, how do you know what to buy next month? Because you're still going to have stuff left over. Well, that was the whole thing. I fell in love with so many things. It made me so I wanted to try even more products. And some of them, of course, were consumable, so I needed them the following month, like our Peak Performance vitamins. Number 9, I'd hate for you to lose out on the specials. Let's get you started now so you can start earning those perks, like our $1 annual enrollment. I'm already saving you $18 and you haven't even started yet. I always try to kind of get them to a mood where, it's kind of fun and we're just having a good time. I don't want to make this like this is a serious, serious thing. It is serious, but let's keep them in a fun, light mood. That's really important. Well, I'm going to purchase a pack this month, but what will I order next month? We have a survey that you can fill out and it will help you see all the great products that we help you switch. I came in on a home conversion pack and I fell in love with so many more products. It has made it very easy for me to shop every month for way over 35 points. I also tell them if they talk more about this, we are a 2-household family, but my mother has her own account and we easily, each of us, shop for well over 100 points every single month. It's very easy to shop with Melaleuca. Number 10, if this makes sense, let's not wait. I've got a quick 10-minute window right now. Well, how long will it take to be delivered? I love when they ask that question because generally it's 3 to 4 days. Do you have UPS? It is the fastest. You can even track your order, but trust me, they are fast. And that delivery that we have to homeowners, unless they enroll on the first day of the month, is very, very quick. And I learned that this month because I enrolled 2 customers on the first of the month. And it took quite a while for them to get their order because the very first day of the month, they're working and getting out all the backup orders and everything else with Melaleuca. And so it does take a little bit longer. So be aware of that. So if they come back and say, I didn't get my order very quick, you can help them out with that. Number 11, on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you with opening your account today? Well, I'm about a 6. Oh, that is great. I found a lot of the questions will be answered as we open your account and help you shop. Remember, I am here to help you and answer all your questions, even after you shop this month. I also send out emails and newsletters to let you know about new products. I like to tell people, and I mean this seriously, I am their shopping coach and I take my job seriously. Now, do I talk to each and every customer that I have every single month? No, I do not, because some of them just absolutely get it right from the start. But I send out texts constantly. I use the Grow app. And if a new product comes out or if there is a special like the flash promotion that we have right now, that is such a great thing to send to all of the customers that you have because you never know that might excite them so much they're going to start enrolling customers. So staying in contact with your customers is very important. The new ones for the first 6 months is the most important because if they know you're going to be there to help them, they're going to stay longer. They don't get that service anywhere else. They only get it in Melaleuca. So do we have any questions?
I have a question, Jyl.
Okay.
I have a customer. Well, she's not yet. She does not want to use a credit card. She is so adamant about that. She said, I always just put money on a card and use that. But that is not acceptable to Melaleuca, is it? They always.
Yeah, no, you cannot use a prepaid card. Now, one thing, you can use your checking account. Mm-hmm. It will take longer for you to get the order if you use your checking account. But this is something that I have said before. First of all, a raise of hands. How many of you have been on the 4th floor of Melaleuca headquarters? How many of you have visited down there and been on that 4th floor? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That room is like protected better than the CIA, right? And I tell people about this room. I said, oh my gosh, I understand a lot of people, their credit cards are compromised and it's very scary, but we have so much security here with Melaleuca, and the 4th floor of our building is totally protected to make sure nobody's accounts are ever compromised. I've been with Melaleuca for 9 years enrolling customers, and not one time has anybody ever had a problem with that. Yeah. And a lot of times that will satisfy them. I hope that will help, Doris.
Thank you.
And Doris, I don't know if Jyl, maybe you said that, but you can, you said that you can use a check. You can put in their routing number and their check number. So if people
Okay.
don't have a credit card, that's one thing. But you know, use checks. It does take a lot longer for everything because they have to wait for 10 days for it to work, but you can still do that.
I don't know if you guys know this, but you used to be able to do this with Melaleuca, and you probably still can. Um, but every prepaid credit card actually has a routing and account number attached to it, and you can use that routing and account number and still use a prepaid credit card. Now that's the way it was several years ago. I don't know if that's changed, but I do know that every prepaid credit card does have its own routing and account number. And you used to be able to bypass the prepaid credit card by entering the routing and account number from the prepaid credit card. Yeah, I mean, it's worth a call to Melaleuca to find out if that's still a thing.
I just did that and it works. And so
Okay.
here, and Michelle Rena just said, I was told that they can use a prepaid card. Yes, this is how it works. Let's kind of clarify this. First, prepaid cards do have routing numbers. I just enrolled somebody last month or the month before using a prepaid card, and somebody else told me this, and you just put in their routing number as a checking account, and it works.
Okay.
Second
Cool.
of
That's
all, second of all, you can put a card on file and then turn around and pay for the order with with a prepaid card. So you can do that. So like if they're like, I have a card, but there's nothing on it, you can put that card in there, but then get a prepaid card and pay for it. Now, $1 enrollments are going to come up as if it was an order.
right.
$19 are going to run as a separate charge, and it's going to run on that card that is on file. So understand. Does that make sense? So Michelle, I'm going to enroll Melanie, right? Right now it's $1. So Melanie says, I have a card, it's maxed out. You can put that card on file, and then you can pay. You kind of have to get out of it and go back in for the payments and insert a prepaid card because the $1 comes off as an order. If it was $19 membership and Melanie said that $19 is going to come up on the card that's on file. So they run the order and then they run the card on file for the $19 membership. Okay, Deborah?
So when you said you put that in as a credit card, you put the prepaid card into the checking card space.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Linda?
Thanks, everybody.
Medina?
You would actually have to go, the person with the prepaid credit card, I forget who was just talking, would have to go into like wherever they have their prepaid card through and find out what their routing and account number is. So you wouldn't put the actual card number
No,
in.
yeah,
You
she
would,
gets that. She gets that. She's
okay,
just saying where she gets that.
okay, I
You
thought
put it
she
in
was
it, you
saying,
put it in as a checking account number.
yeah.
I know back in the day they used to even take a savings.
They do.
They do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can put a savings account number in there because it's the same thing, routing number and savings account number.
That
Okay,
is, it's your savings.
Ellen, you have a question?
Yes, I do. I just want to come back where you said sometimes you have people say, "Oh, I don't want to shop online," and you say, "That's okay. We need your email address, and then you can call in your order in the future." What if they don't have an email address?
Then they're going to they have to have an email address.
Yeah.
Because that's how they get into their, well, no, they actually,
You can use a phone number, but Ellen, I answered your question. I have set up so many email accounts for people.
yeah, it's easy to set up.
I was gonna say that would be one way to do it, but then Melaleuca is gonna send stuff to that email address that they're never gonna go check out.
That's right. So what?
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, if they don't open up an account either, they don't get the $100 either. I think you have to go have an email, right? In order for them
You have to, even though some people can log in with their phone number.
Okay.
You can log in with your phone number, but I set up an email account for them because they're going to get promotional material and stuff like that they're not going to get, so that they're not reading, but they have the account set up. So there you go. Joy.
If you're, excuse me for interrupting, but if you're helping them shop and you're putting in all that information and you're putting in the order, it won't hurt on that email address. You can use it and it won't matter if they ever go to it, as long as one time they have their account open. So you're good to go there.
Yeah. Yeah. Joy.
Just an alternative. It's a little bit more work, but my latest customer was worth it. No email, doesn't use a credit card, and we still enrolled him. And I just called him in the middle of the month every month and helped him place his order. And they added the loyalty dollars to his account.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Good job, Joy.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, Cheryl, did you have a question?
Yes, ma'am. I had a customer who wanted to enroll with the phone number, and at the time, because I'm so used to the email, and then when she set everything up, and then later on to get back in it, no, she couldn't get it. So somehow we had to call the office and change it up. It took a little while. I don't know what happened. It took a little while. So it seems like sometimes the email is much easier than the phone number.
It's both, they both work. They both work.
Okay.
Any other questions for Jyl on follow-up? That was amazing. Those were great closing. Let's give her a round of applause. Those were awesome. Any questions for her specifically about her topic?
Figuring Hallie.
Linda, excuse me. I'll call you right back. Linda Medina, are you happy?
Yeah. Yes, I'm very happy, but I think I missed slide number 3.
That's okay. It's recorded and you can watch this.
Okay,
Everybody
good,
say
yeah.
goodbye to
Thank
those that are
you.
watching this because I'm going to
Thank you,
stop the
Jill.
recording.
Thank you so
I gotta
much.
run everybody.